What's up, Chuckleheads? It is your guy, Jay Berg, and of course,
Colton Drake.
and once again, our special guest tonight, Mr.
Harry J. Riley.
Harry J. Riley, the bro dad, the man about town,
Yeah.
the international superstar.
Owner of Dildo Incorporated.
So we occasionally we get sick and stuff. Oh yeah, Dildo
Switchblade
Incorporated. I
dildos.
forgot about Switchblade dildos. Did you? Don't steal that idea. He hasn't patented it yet.
Patent pending.
Patent pending. Okay, we're okay. We're fairly safe then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Patent office is fucking slow.
He's got the schematics and everything down.
If my zero knowledge of patents and IP law is correct, you're fine, Harry. So you're totally fine. So yeah, we decided we brought Harry in for another episode. You already heard with Steph Tolev. But yeah, in addition, we asked him to select a special that he really enjoys that was either inspiring to him or something he really enjoyed when he was growing up or something like that. And he chose 1999's Chris Rock's Bigger and Blacker special. It's the second special from Chris Rock. Both the first two were on HBO. I think most of his specials have been on HBO, actually.
Yeah.
This one is the Big Piece of Chicken special. It's the the crazy school shooter kids special. Has a ton of great bits in it. Harry, why did you select this? Why did you want us to listen to this?
Well, all right. So
Why did you want us to listen to this? That's not how I'm going to say that.
out of all the specials I've ever watched, I've probably watched this one the most by tenfold.
Really?
Because when I was in the Air Force and I got stationed at Fairchild, they were doing runway repairs. So as someone who was new here, I would just go to work, read out of books, and then come home. And I didn't have any friends or anything, so I'd just go back to my dorm, and I had like 4 DVDs, baby. I had.
Wait, what'd you have? Did you have this on DVD?
If I remember, the only 2 I can remember are Gladiator.
Nice.
And,
Okay.
I probably had Jay and Silent Bob. I probably had one of those. I probably had
nice.
Dogma.
Oh, Dogma's incredible.
Yeah,
Dude.
that's one of my favorite movies.
Oh, me too.
And,
Nice. Did you see they re-released it?
Yeah,
Did
for
you-
the 25th anniversary.
Yeah, that's cool as
Yeah.
shit, dude.
And Bigger and Blacker. And I watched it. Basically, what I would do was like what a kid would watch a movie and just watch it. It would go off, and I would just play it again. So I would just
on repeat.
Yeah, and if I had to go to work, I'd just pause it, go, come back.
Right in the
Play
middle
it.
of it.
During lunch, I would, come back,
Oh, damn, dude. Yeah.
watch it.
It's obsessive.
When I woke up in the morning, I would watch it. And I think as far as Chris Rock, you see when it's like with Batman when he finally finds when he finally puts on the cowl and stuff, and he's like, "Oh, I'm now Batman. I'm not just a guy in like black army stuff." It's like this now he's
got an identity.
Yeah,
He's
now
at the peak of his powers.
Yeah, he's Chris Rock now.
Mm-hmm.
And like before that with SNL, he was Chris Rock but lowercase.
Right.
But then with this special,
He started out as just the black guy on SNL, the new black guy on SNL, right?
yeah,
And then,
kind of like a replacement.
Yeah.
Because that he was just a replacement for
Sure.
Eddie Murphy at
Right.
the time, which Eddie Murphy got him that job.
Yeah.
And Eddie Murphy is the reason we even have Chris Rock,
Right.
because Chris Rock was about to stop doing comedy when Eddie Murphy was like, "Hey, maybe you should do SNL. Maybe that'll help you." This is where you get like the evolution of all the things that he's known for, that he's famous for. I think he really brought back social commentary as comedy.
I agree.
Because in that early to late 90s, it felt like a lot of comedy was falling back from that. And they were doing like, well, black people do this and white people do that, and or Mexican people do this and white people do that.
Right.
And the only real social commentaries you had was like Dennis Miller, like that type of comedian, who they weren't speaking to a culture. Dennis Miller was kind of like, it seemed like he was in a Ken Burns documentary all the time. He, like he might comment on like political stuff, but it always felt like he was a scholar.
It was sanitized. It wasn't like,
Yeah, and Chris Rock, it seems like he's talking from a front porch or something, where you're just hanging out with friends and you're just saying whatever just happens to be on your mind. And he very much kind of made that popular again. And then you started seeing, and then you see like Dave Chappelle was doing that, and Wanda Sykes. And I mean, now we don't really think about it as much because, a comedian that's, talking about social issues, stuff like that, it's not really something that you're like, wow, this is different.
Comedians do it all the time now.
Yeah. And you have access to them a lot, so you will find out at least a little something about where they lean and all that.
Right.
But I felt like Chris Rock, which, by the way, it's not like it's left leaning. A lot of it is actually right leaning, what he's talking about.
Yeah, there's some
talking about
some
traditional
both.
fathers, like a traditional type of family. A lot of the stuff. The only liberal thing he's talking about is like black relations. Everything else is kind of. If you heard a white person say it, you would go, oh, that's pretty right.
Right.
And
I agree.
And I think it's such a, at least to me, it's such a monumental special. I didn't know it at the time. I didn't really think of it at the time as that. I just thought that what I was watching is what I like out of comedy.
This is before you started comedy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, I mean, you've been doing comedy 20
years now.
20 years? So it's like, what, like 5 years before you started comedy? This is 1999. Crazy.
Yeah. And I was watching it in 2001.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I mean, I love the special. I was watching it, and I was reminded of a lot of the shit. I'm like, oh yeah, I like that chick. Oh yeah, and the whole special, I enjoyed all of it.
Would you say? Do you think a lot of? All right, let me get my thoughts together. When you first started comedy, were you kind of trying to sound like him at all?
I was trying to sound more like Dave Chappelle, because Dave Chappelle is a little more absurdist than Chris Rock. So I thought the bits that I was writing at the time mirrored that more. But there's a part of me that always want to talk about something and make it funny. But especially in the early 2000s, it was near impossible to do in Spokane. Because you would be on stage and you'd be talking about stuff and people just did not want to hear it.
You mean like just serious topics or social issues or what?
Yeah,
or both?
About social issues, about politics. They would just immediately shut down. Even if you made it really funny. Yeah. Or they wouldn't let you get to they wouldn't let you get to a payoff.
Right.
So they'd check out before, they would tighten up before you could even deliver on the payout, which that comes with experience. But also, I always think when I'm in the audience, I always give every comic the benefit of the doubt until I hear the punchline, and then if it didn't pay off, then I'm like, all right, now I got a reason for why I shouldn't be listening to you. You're not making any sense. What you're saying is stupid.
I got you.
So I'm not going to follow that. But early 2000s, it was like, cause I remember having this joke about Columbus Day, about how Columbus Day was just stupid altogether. Like, we basically celebrate a guy that got everything wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Everything he did was wrong. He thought the earth was smaller than it actually was. He went the opposite way of where he wanted to go, because he thought he could get to India faster. Then when he got there, he lied about it. Then he basically just eradicated an entire bunch of people.
Hero.
Yeah.
Hero, dude.
He basically got sent he basically went to jail. That's how bad he was. Spain put him in jail. And we celebrate him, and we make a day where the banks are closed. And as soon as you start going into you're going into the premise of, why do we even celebrate Columbus Day? I remember people just shutting down.
That's interesting. That's really that's not that like controversial. I mean, not controversial is wrong, but like it's not that like, nobody's running around with like Christopher Columbus flags and shit. You know what I mean? Like, people don't really give a fuck about Columbus. You know what I mean?
I think back then though, people were a lot more people were still, because this was obviously after September 11th and stuff. So I think a lot more people were like, well, everything we hold in America, we got to cherish, because people are attacking us because of it. Even something as stupid as Columbus Day.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And when I was only like, 25, 26.
Sure.
So when, you see a young person up there talking about
acting like they know shit.
Yeah. And they're like, get the fuck out of here. Columbus Day. I've been working for 20 years. I need Columbus Day. I need to not go to work. And,
yeah, dude. What the fuck are you trying to do, man?
Yeah. So,
I mean, Juneteenth, that's bullshit. But Columbus Day, we need that one.
So I really wanted to do stuff like Chris Rock, but when you start doing comedy in Spokane, you either change what you're doing if you want to be funny, or you keep doing what you're doing and you don't get booked, and then you just become bitter. So I was like, well, I want people to laugh more than I want to teach.
Sure.
Right.
I'm not in a position, I'm just trying to make funny something serious. I'm not exactly a college professor. Mm-hmm. So, and he's got something that I don't have. He's got a following. People don't pay to see me.
Oh, Chris Rock? Yeah.
So people will let him preach.
Well, he's cook a little bit. He's never fucking been on our podcast, so you win.
That's that.
You win. You're the winner.
You do kind of see that though, like with some open micers, like new open micers when they come out. A lot of them will have a crazy political lean.
Almost all of them. All of them have something very political to say,
and then it's not funny.
It's not at all. It's hardly ever funny.
Yeah,
I think a lot of times it's because they're missing the point.
Yeah,
right.
The point is to make it funny first.
100% right. If you look at any of the jokes that Chris Rock has on this album, there's a lot of stuff that's, I know you're like, oh, it's not, it's political or social or whatever, but it's always comes back to the important part is it's fucking hilarious. Yeah. And then like where it comes from, who gives a shit? You know what I mean? Like, and we got a couple gigs in here, but just in general, it's like, the bullet control, the gun control, bullet control, which we're going to play that clip, right? That was yours. Let's do that.
Example.
Let's do that because that's the one that you selected, right?
Real quick.
Oh yeah,
before you go there,
Sorry, go ahead.
He does open with a school shooter bit too.
Yeah, dude.
Which is wild.
Yeah.
Right. And
Whatever happened to crazy?
And in the 1990s, I mean, that's when school shooter shit was like they were
Dude,
wearing the trench coats. They looked
were
like
up.
Neo from the Matrix.
That
They
was
were
like
going
the-
in.
that
When
was
he
like
said-
when they made a revival was
Yeah.
because that was right after Columbine.
Yeah, it was right after Columbine. It was.
So that is edgy material to do. I mean, that's edgy material to do now.
But you know what though?
Did you hear the audience too? There was a lot of that.
Yeah,
But then it always
I guarantee
pays
you it's
off.
the white audience members because
Man, there are
The
no
black-
white people at fucking Christian.
but the black audience members, I feel I hate saying shit like this, but I think the black audience, you can just walk out and just go straight into some shit, and they're just like, yeah, we're going.
Yeah.
But a white audience is like, well, you gotta greet me first before you start just
Okay.
Well,
All right, I can see that.
And that school shooter joke too. I mean, it is kind of more geared towards white people or like
Immediately.
against white.
He's
people.
afraid He's afraid of white
Right.
kids.
Yeah.
That's what he says.
Yeah,
Like won't take an elevator with him.
yeah.
No one wants to play with me, man. There were 6 of them.
yeah.
I didn't have 6 friends.
I don't have 6 friends.
So fucking funny. No, 6 friends now. It's so fucking good. But anyway, let's step into that joke that you liked, that you selected.
My favorite joke.
Your favorite joke. There you go. Colton Drake's favorite joke. You want to set it up at all? I think it's pretty self-explanatory. All right, here we go.
And everybody talking about gun control. Gotta get rid of the guns. Fuck that, I like guns. You got a gun, you don't have to work out. I ain't working out. I ain't jogging. You got pecs, I got pecs. Oh, man, shit. You don't need no gun control. You know what you need? We need some bullet control. We need to control the bullets. That's right. I think all bullets should cost $5,000. $5,000 for a bullet. You know why? Because if a bullet costs $5,000, there'll be no more innocent bystanders. Be it. Be it. Every time somebody gets shot, you be like, damn, he must have did something. Shit, they put $50,000 worth of bullets in his head. And people will think before they kill somebody if a bullet costs $5,000. Man, I would blow your fucking head off if I could afford it. I'm gonna get me another job, I'm gonna start saving some money, and you a dead man. You better hope I can't get no bullets on layaway. So even if you get shot by a stray bullet, you won't have to go to no doctor to get it taken out. Whoever shot you will take their bullet back. I believe you got my property.
Great joke. Talk to us about why this was your favorite joke, Colton. And you had never seen this before, right?
No, this is my first.
Okay.
This is my first time
So
watching this.
Harry and I grew up with this, and so this will be interesting because this is the first time you've seen it.
Yeah,
So go ahead.
I really like it because it's I love when people like present a problem and then the solution they present a solution to it, even though the solution is like wild, right? Like I love that.
The best.
Yeah, I mean it would
Yeah.
work for sure,
Yeah.
right? But I love that like type of joke. Like, here's the problem, here's a solution that obviously we're not gonna do,
Right.
but it's funny, and then just to kind of just hammer on that,
Right.
On that
And to
point.
just put that in perspective, like when you hear gun control, what do you hear? We need more guns. We need harder to get guns. More guns. Harder to get guns.
Right.
It's all about the gun. He came up with a completely unique and ridiculous, but also logical conclusion.
Yeah.
And made an entire bit out of it. And it doesn't fucking support either side.
Yeah.
It's its own thing. That's why his social commentary is so good, in my opinion, right? You talk about social commentaries, it's not about the issue. It's like, take away the extreme dumb shit, and let's just talk about the funny thing in the middle. So sorry.
And then I like too, like that whole part about him taking the bullet back.
Yeah.
Like that's really funny, even though the logic technically doesn't check out.
Sure, of course.
Yeah. But to not eat, like, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, it's just funny.
Sure,
But,
absolutely.
yeah. And then also $5,000. That was $5,000 then. You know how much money that would be now?
How much fake money in this fake?
Probably 25,000.
God damn.
Yeah.
That'd have been $500,000 worth of bullets.
Yeah.
His ass.
I think it's one of the greatest jokes written.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because
It's really good.
It's doing everything that a joke is supposed to do. He gives you a premise.
Yep.
Then he gives you the setup. Mm-hmm. And what's the punchline? It's something completely not in your when you
He starts the joke.
Yeah, the reason why jokes are funny is because humans, we look for patterns in everything. Mm-hmm. And so when someone talks to you, when somebody goes, I walked down the street the other day and I saw, your mind immediately thinks of things you normally would see on that.
Sure.
Of course you need those references for that. So if you live in Africa, you never walked on the street,
Sure.
You wouldn't really know what that means. But, this is all based on lived experiences. Your mind starts to follow. But then if you say, I saw a fucking guy on a pogo stick.
You start to get ahead of the joke, right? In your head, right?
Yeah, in your mind. And you can't help that because that's how brains work.
Yeah.
And
predictive AI, they call it.
Yeah, so then when your brain gets to the pogo stick, they say laughter is like a fear response or like a holdover from when we were probably monkeys or whatever.
It's like your brain buffering.
Yeah. And so we react with the laugh. Mm-hmm. That's why, and that's why it's funny because our brain is so preoccupied with trying to keep everything in order. Disorder makes it funny. So everybody knows about the gun issue in America. But then when somebody talks about the bullets, your mind automatically goes, I never thought about the fucking bullets.
Yeah.
And then he's giving you an example after example after example that's just feeding into the overall premise, which is, but you can have all the guns you want.
Yeah,
it's the bullets that's the problem. And it's just
guns don't kill people, bullets kill people.
Yeah, and that's it's such a
in a way.
It's such a great bit. It's doing exactly what what a joke is always supposed to do. It's probably trimmed down as far as you can get it. Every single word is valuable to the piece.
Yeah.
And every tag is basically just funnier. It's just adding more fun to it. He's not adding more detail or anything. He's just adding more fun to the bit. Mm-hmm. He just I mean it's one of the great bits, man, of all time. Great bit.
And then even after you understand like the scenario, what he's doing, what he's set up, like with the whole bullet thing, and then giving you scenarios, and your brain can't necessarily you can't get ahead of those because it's too smart to try to think about. It's
too novel of an idea.
Yeah, your brain is not following none of this.
Yeah,
so especially when you talk about pulling the bullet.
Right,
your brain would have never went to, oh man, I'm actually putting my property into people. I need to get it back. Mm-hmm. So it's such a great bit, man. It's just it's great.
Yeah, it goes in a completely different direction, and I love that it's a hidden an apolitical joke that sounds like a political joke, because that immediately is like, he starts talking about gun control, you're like, oh fuck. I mean, a lot of times I'm like, oh fuck, here comes another stupid half-baked take, open micer take on, not with Chris Rock because I've seen it too many times, but like a lot of people, if they started out the bit like that, I would be like, oh god.
Right. See, that's why
if a dude in open mic, some of the people who we all know are like, oh fuck, he's gonna do this. Like, what are we?
See, that's why open micers probably shouldn't deal with it,
right?
Because I don't even think they have the ability to, at that point, take those ideas and find something extremely funny out of it,
right?
Because whenever you're going to have an audience on edge from your premise, you're going to have to give them something that's worth the anxiety that you're giving them.
Right.
Because when people hear gun, especially in this area, when people hear anything about gun control, they get anxious.
Right.
So you gotta either point out funny truths to it, or you gotta make it so ridiculous and so stupid that that people, even people who disagree, even people who would disagree with you would agree on that part. Like, oh, let's get back the guns and we all get like swords or whatever. If you can do that funny,
Sure.
then people would, even somebody who's like, I'm not giving you my AR-15 would be like, oh, well, if I can get a cool ass sword, maybe that. But you got to do that.
Getting whatever Ninja Turtle weapon we want. That's awesome.
And I feel like a lot of open micers don't even think past like, oh, this is what I want to talk about, and I just want to call these people stupid.
Right.
Well, nobody wants to be called stupid.
That's a really that's not a joke premise you think of when you write down, oh, I should do a joke about guns.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? It takes a while to get there. And then I mean, obviously you're talking about like how you're perfecting it, right? I don't know how long it took him to write it. I bet it was a long fucking time to get everything out. And then also at the end of the day, there's nothing left of any opinion, any political opinion. Because it's clearly not about whatever.
Yeah,
like you like gun control, you hate gun control, it has nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
It does not care which side of the aisle you're on. It's fucking hilarious. The idea that we haven't attached the bullet part.
Right.
I don't know. I think it's an incredible joke because of that. Because it's somehow apolitical, dealing with one of the most hot button issues you can possibly bring up, dude.
And this was
it's like making an abortion
30 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
So
like
it's even harder to do.
100%. You make an abortion, and that's the problem with people right now. Like, I think is that they're worried about their point of view getting across.
Yeah.
And that no one gives a fuck about your point of view as part of the joke.
Yeah.
If it's funny, I don't really care what your point of view is, but if you can take your point of view out of it completely and you still give me something that's really funny, which is I think what he did. I don't know what his point of view is. I guess he does say, I like guns or whatever, but like very like light, whatever. Like, maybe he does, maybe he doesn't, but it doesn't fucking matter. I can't even think of an equivalent joke in some of these. But it's not about, the point is it's not about your point of view. It's about how funny it is. It's got to be funny first. The point of view, if it's there, should be minimal. The bare minimum. But there's so much, now I feel like people want to be liked more than they want to be funny. And so it's like, oh, I have to make sure that I'm woke enough or that I'm, edgy enough if you're going one way or the other. I'm right enough or I'm left enough or everyone needs to know I love Trump or everybody needs to know I hate Trump.
Yeah.
What you said that I like too is how you were talking about how like the turner essentially is like a fear kind of response.
Yeah.
I think that's also comedy has like a lot of parallels between horror.
Yeah.
For kind of the same reason, like what you were saying. Essentially, it's a setup, a premise, a setup, and then a scare instead of a laugh.
Yeah.
But it follows that same formula.
I think horror and comedy ride on the same emotions. It's just a different response to it. And it's all based on like 2 million years of just us running from fucking big ass snakes and everything that wanted to eat us. And that's just how our brains are. Like, comedy is going to be around for another 2 million years because our brains are just functions like that. And and when people can, like when you like a Wes Craven, like he's a master at being able to soak every little bit of scare out of you. Like a Eli Roth, to me, is like an open mic comedian.
No, just the gore shit.
Yeah, where like he kind of gets horror movies, but he doesn't get why people like horror movies, because he's just like, I'm gonna put a person in a chair and I'm gonna make him pull his eyeball out.
Yeah, that's the dick joke. That's the dick joke of horror.
Yeah,
right. It's
that's
like
not scary
people
to
like
me.
dicks.
You know what's scary to me? When a lady is walking down the street and they walk past the camera and Michael Myers is like ducking from behind some bushes.
Yeah.
That shit is scary to me.
And her titty pops out. That shit's awesome. Yeah. I like that. Yeah.
Or like
and essentially that's the setup still.
Sure.
Yeah.
He hasn't killed one person yet. And that's what you know what? I like older horror movies because they will go 45 minutes and nobody has died yet. But I still got scared 29 times. But I haven't seen 1 inch of blood. Like I watched the original Halloween years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He doesn't kill anybody until like what, the last 20 minutes when he's in those houses. Half the other time he's basically just I was about to say that dude's name. We were talking about earlier. I was about to say his fucking God damn it. I'm glad.
The creepy guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
He's basically just like the one scene where homegirl's looking out the window and he's behind that clothesline.
Mm-hmm.
That's scary.
Right. Unknown.
Yeah.
The unknown.
And he's doing that for 45 minutes out of the 1.5 hour runtime. And then when the shit hits the fan, you've been so amped up that now you're just like, your body's just like, everybody dying. And you know, comedy obviously can't do that because you can't hold that much.
But that scare is basically breaking the tension that you've been feeling the whole time.
Yeah.
And that way they're very similar. And also, when it breaks the tension, it doesn't reset it back to 0, right? It comes back to like 5.
Yeah.
And then it does it again, ratchets it up again, and then it comes back to 10.
Yeah.
So by the time you get to the end of, I think, that's why sets are hard, right?
Yeah.
Like good sets are hard. So by the time you get to the end of this, you're still ratchet it up, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't even have to be that great of a joke or as good of a joke for you to like really get into it. But the fact that he keeps delivering, it just keeps ratcheting that up. And even though you're breaking tension with the scares or with the jokes, you don't break it all the way. And so you get that much more emotional response every time.
Yeah, because
you've built it correctly.
Yeah, because in Halloween, he's still out there.
Right.
He hasn't gotten caught, so you're still anxious.
Yeah.
Right.
Until he fought, I think in the first one, he falls off that roof.
And then you're like, that motherfucker's coming back for 17 more of these.
And then, but at the time, you just thought he was going to be dead down there when Loomis looks over. But then when he's gone,
you're like, motherfucker.
So you go, done. And then when he looks over and he's gone, you're like,
God damn it.
Oh no. I mean, they work on the same thing. And that's why sometimes I listen to jokes, especially at open mics. People think I don't pay attention, but I'm listening, and you could see how some people are just like half the way there. But that half the way is the reason why they are going to still be doing open mics, because their brain just won't go to the next part, which is, how do I get the audience the payoff that they need?
Mm-hmm. I think that has 100% correct. First of all, I think, but I also think that it's like they don't want to do the part that gets you the rest of the way there. They don't want to. I don't think most people don't even want to think about their jokes. They wrote it. It's the way it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Now it's there. People laugh at it enough of the time that they get the validation that they need. It doesn't need to be perfect. They don't know how to make it perfect. They don't really want to make it perfect because that requires work and bombing a bunch and figuring out how to work it.
Man, I mean, shit, man. Michelangelo painted the 16th chapel, and it was never done.
Chapel.
16th.
The Sistine.
Sistine. Sorry.
I was like, that's a lot of chapels.
Sorry.
I love that you said 16.
It was never. He never really finished it.
Yeah.
It was just that they were like, dude, you can't keep fucking coming in here painting dicks on the walls. You got to leave.
Wasn't the thing about David the same? Like the guy's like, I can't make the arms right, and then so he just fucking chopped him off. He went crazy or something like that. Is that right?
It's another non-finished.
But he was so frustrated that he couldn't get it right. Like he tried this hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. And then finally it's like, fuck it. It's just not going to have arms. And people are like, that's incredible. And he's probably still like, the fucking thing doesn't have arms. I'm out.
I just feel like
some motherfucker mails his ear to people. You know what I mean? Like
I feel like jokes should be like, you should look at jokes like that too, where you're like, it's never going to be finished.
Yeah.
But it can always be worked on.
Yeah.
Right. And, some people take it too far the other way where they're like, oh, it's not finished, I'll never say it.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, you gotta understand like that it's not perfect, but you can improve on it. But you just
Sure.
this is what you have right now because of what you know. Because I've done some old jokes where I've gone back to them
Mm-hmm.
and completely changed them over to the point where I'm like, God damn, this is 18 times funnier than what
Yeah.
I thought I had. But I hear people who have been doing the same joke for 5 years and it hasn't changed
Right.
one word. And it's like, in 5 years, you didn't have one?
Different way of looking at it. Even?
Yeah. You didn't even want to change the cadence? You didn't want to
Yeah.
do anything? It was like, man, it's kind of lazy, dude.
Yeah. We talk about that a lot.
I wonder if taking it back to horror, I wonder if horror is like that too when they're writing it. If they're like, oh man, this scare could be so much better if I just had to work on this setup.
I need 3 more tomato packets. That's what,
I bet you it's probably even more of a thing with them because they have a budget to work with.
Mm-hmm.
So like with Halloween, they didn't have an original mask. They probably didn't have the budget for a lot of
that's
it was a
right.
mask flipped inside out. It was
it was a William Shatner mask.
yeah, that's
yeah.
right.
Inside Out.
Yeah.
That one of the guys just painted
That's so funny, dude.
all white. And
That's great.
that's what happens when you when you got to present something
Sure.
and you don't have I bet you when he was watching that movie, when John Carpenter was watching, he was like, fuck man, I had a whole scene where he gutted 8 women before this, but we just couldn't spend that $3,000. We just didn't have it. But there's a reason why they call it, it's such a classic.
Like an iconic horror film.
And I guarantee you, Chris Rock probably was like, man, I put it out there, but I probably could have done 2 more things on that gun control bit.
Yeah. And that's the crazy part, right? You have this, now it's etched in stone in a sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's so crazy to me when people you put a special out, right?
Yeah.
How many of the jokes on that special have you come back to him and like, I should have changed this, should have changed that?
Shit, all of them.
All of them? Yeah. See,
Fuck yeah, man.
that makes sense to me.
All
And
of them, I'm like,
I think until you're willing to like, I don't know, that's really scary to me personally. Like, oh, fuck, like I'm sort of saying this joke is done, but I know it's never going to be done, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you're also like, that's part of the fucking gig, dude. Like, it's always going to be in transition. Yeah. You're just not going to be working on it at the same level because it's already on an album. Maybe you'll use it in other things.
I think music is like that too.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, just because
it's art, right?
Yeah.
There's always ways to improve it subjectively.
Unless it's abstract, dude.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a fuck about that. Just throw some fucking paint on
Nah.
the thing. It's good.
Talking so much shit about abstract, guys.
Done.
I mean, just because you're telling the joke doesn't mean is that you don't want to work on it. But
Sure.
you could tell when people aren't working on it.
Well, like I said, when it's the same thing every time, and it's not even if it's the worst punchline, at least it's a different punchline or you did something different with it.
Yeah.
Maybe it turns out the first joke you wrote was perfect the way it was, but the only way you're going to know that is if you try other things with it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I think. I mean, I don't know. I guess that's what that makes sense to me anyway.
I remember I never even saw the Chucky movies, like when I was a kid, didn't see them. But I walked in on somebody watching it, and I saw a little Chucky chasing somebody. That was all I needed, dude. Every time I took the garbage out, I was like, he's behind me.
Dude, I get that.
I need to run to the front door because he's behind me right now.
Dude, Blair Witch scared the fuck out of me, dude.
Yeah.
Really?
Dude, well, you have to remember the lore of Blair Witch, dude, because there was like a whole like
that it was real.
there was like a whole like push to make it very real that it
Man, my
actually
best
happened and
friend-
blah 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 blah. Freaked me the fuck out.
My
I saw
best
Mac's
friend in high
girlfriend.
school, Charles Culler, he was adamant
It was real.
that it was real.
That
He was like,
even after like everything came out. Yeah.
oh no, not after everything came. It was before because there was a famous award show that they all showed up for,
Right.
and it was like, yeah, that's how we know that it's not real.
Yeah.
But
It was
before
like one
that,
of the-
he was
yeah.
like, it was real.
It was an
They got
indie.
killed in our awards, and it's like, dude,
Yeah, you knew it was
Nobody.
fake before then, but it wasn't like it was pre-internet. It's
Yeah.
about the same time as this, right?
yeah,
This Chris Rock special. And I knew we'd talk about Blair Witch when we went to the Chris Rock. I'm like, we're definitely going to talk about Blair Witch, obviously. Like, that connects with, But yeah, like it was the whole thing where like they really hit it well. They had like a show on the Sci-Fi Network that was like supposed to be. It was like the haunting of blah 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 blah, and it was like all this supposedly documentary shit that was sort of like companion piece to the Blair Witch Project. I mean, of course now you would never fucking, but still, it was freaky as fuck. Of course now you'd never like believe anything like that, and the first thing you're gonna do, you fucking find out immediately. I thought that was.
Well, and I
thought it was real though. Like
I think part of you wants it to be real.
Yeah, sort of.
Right? Like you kind of wish that shit was
like crazy shit happens. Yeah.
That's what's annoying, dude, is like you see all like these shows like haunted houses and shit.
Yeah.
And then like it turns out, no, this one dude just did a documentary where he went to all these different villages and got cursed, and it's like he's still fine.
Yeah.
Right? It's just
what if his head just popped off at some point? You'd be like, sick, dude. This is what I'm looking for.
But it's fun to believe like these ghost stories and shit. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes people tell you they're ghost stories, and I believe them. Yeah. When they tell them to me. If they.
Oh fuck! I don't. There's some things that I don't know if they're ghosts or not that have happened to me that I can't really explain. That I think it seems like ghost type shit, but also I could have just been wrong. I don't care if they're fucking real or not, honestly. But I think it's one of those things. It's like aliens when people were so sure they existed or didn't exist, but they actually didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. Mm-hmm. It's like, how can you be so sure of something like that? How are you so sure that they either do or don't exist?
You gotta have faith, dude.
No, but you don't, because faith makes you an idiot most of the time. You know what I mean? Like, most of the time, just believing things that people tell you is fucking not the way to go. But anyway.
I think...
But aliens, shit's real, dude.
We might be getting too far in the weeds, but I think faith is just such a necessary thing for a lot of humans because it helps them deal with existential dread.
The unknown.
Because the world is fucking... Because the world makes no sense. It's absurd by its very nature, just living. And people need something. So it's like my mom used to always say,
Harry, take your shoes off before you come in the house.
Like there's a reason for everything. God has a plan, and it's like it's a stupid fucking plan.
And there's really a lot of twists and turns to it too. Like it's very
and I think that just helped her deal with like, oh, this is why I'm poor and this is why this happens and that, because something is going to happen good for me. And it's like, some people need that.
For sure. If he does have a plan too, maybe part of the plan is just like
to fuck with people's heads.
Giving up. They'll be fine.
Or maybe he quit on the plan a while ago. He's like, this is not a fun toy anymore.
Or maybe you're not part of the plan. Maybe
I'm going to go play
Xbox. For Elon Musk.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, maybe Elon Musk is the master plan and you're just collateral.
Elon Musk is the Antichrist.
Have you noticed that all religions, even at their base, they feed directly into your ego too. That you're the chosen or you're important.
You're God's people.
Even if you're supposed to be like humble and blah blah blah, it's like you got to be the most humble because then you're the coolest at the end, right? Like, if the meek really inherited the earth, why the fuck would they be meek in the first place?
Yeah,
that doesn't make any sense, dude. I'm gonna change my personality on Earth so that I can be exalted later. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna trick these motherfuckers down here, and then when I go up to heaven, I'm gonna be fucking pouring champagne on these bitches. You know, you know what I mean? It's just
you get to
absurd,
heaven, it's only
dude.
R. Kelly and Hitler.
Yeah, dude, that'd be awesome.
You're like, man, I told y'all we be fucking kids up here. You know, like,
what do you think we did it down there for?
Yeah.
Hitler in heaven is wild.
Man, I tell Shauna that all the time. She gets so mad because I don't think there's a hell. So I'm like, yeah.
Do you think there's a heaven and no hell?
Yeah, afterlife.
Okay.
Afterlife would be, but I don't think heaven's like some dope ass place.
Is it just another place?
Yeah, it's just a.
It's like Milwaukee. You're like, all right, sick, dude.
Yeah, without the snow. Because snow's the work of the devil.
Informer. Oh, not that kind of stuff. Interesting. Yeah, we got real deep on this one, man. I do want to play one more clip. From Chris Rock. We've been talking about Chris Rock, sort of, and maybe just everything 1999. Great. This is great. I really like this clip. It is about the difference between being killed and being assassinated.
And now when we got no leaders, when something happens, we make the shit bigger than it is. Shit's big, but don't make it bigger than it is. I'm watching the news and like Tupac Shakur was assassinated. Biggie Smalls assassinated. Struck down by assassins, bullets assassinated. Like, no, they wasn't. Martin Luther King was assassinated. Malcolm X was assassinated. John F. Kennedy was assassinated. Them two niggas got shot. Shit, I love Tupac, I love Biggie, but school will be open on their birthday. I don't think you're gonna see their pictures hanging up in your grandmama living room. That's Abraham, Martin, and Pac.
That is another excellent joke for Mr. Chris Rock. That was the one I chose. I just love, again, there's this juxtaposition, just like the word means something, right? And he wants to like bring it back to what does that word really mean, and then what do these people actually do? And also, I think there's a big, and it's even more pronounced now, but I think back then it was like sort of the start of like sensationalizing all news, where it was like somebody couldn't just die; they had to perish, and they had, it's what a horrible thing that would happen to blow. Everything's just the worst, and so it's not they died, they were assassinated, right?
Right.
All this colorful language.
Yeah.
And he's bringing back like, is that really what happened? These two rappers, they're rappers, right? They're not in the grand scheme of things. Are they really important people? They're good art. They're important artists for whatever reason, but they're not. It's not the same as like civil rights leader or a president or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're essentially talking about violence to each other all the time.
Sure. Yeah. That's Abraham, Martin, and Pac.
Yeah, I think that, I think that's really funny to end when he goes Pac and he really emphasizes on the Pac. He kind of is like, that's something to help elevate the little punchline a little bit.
Right, and Pac too, like that would be a word that would be funny, right? Because it has that cuss sound on the end of it.
Sure. Yeah, it's one syllable. It hits hard. It's got a cuh. It's got a puh.
Yeah.
It's got a ah.
And he's got a built-in 3.
Yeah.
Which I've always trying to figure out why humans like things in 3s. But I think it's more societal than biological.
Oh. Do you think it's more American? Do you think rule of threes doesn't really travel?
I think it doesn't travel outside of Judeo-Christian religions.
Interesting. Oh, and is that because of the Holy Trinity?
Yeah, I think.
Boom. Nailed it.
I think that type of stuff really resonates with us. So
that's interesting. And if you watch like old like George Carlin, he doesn't really follow that 3 rule at all. He'll like drop a list of like fucking
yeah, he does the other thing.
Bunch of shit.
The seven words you can't say. Or, he likes to do those long, really, really windy, like with like a point at the end, and like starts to get laughter in the middle of it, and then just keeps going.
Yeah, just like steamrolls through it.
I call that Family Guying, but it's not quite Family Guying because Family Guying is doing the same joke over and over and over again until it comes back around.
Right.
But yeah,
but that's interesting though to mention that like the whole Christian side of it.
Yeah, that's it.
I never thought about that.
So in like fucking India, they're like, I don't get it. Like, like American comedy is fucking stupid. They don't know about the rule of 9s. Like,
well, and that's why the 3 is the spirit.
Ganesh has 9
be
arms.
Guy.
How many arms does the Indian guy have? Maybe that's their
I
rule
think
of
4.
It's only 4. I thought it was more than that.
That's Goro.
Ganesh. Diablo.
Goro from Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat. Yeah.
You don't know Mortal Kombat?
No, I was getting it mixed up with something completely different. That's all right.
Some porno you saw.
No, it was Diablo. It was the one of the monsters in Diablo. I don't remember which one, if it was 1 or 2, but it was one of those.
Yeah.
You don't know fucking Mortal Kombat, you idiot.
I know, I like that. Let's hate on him.
Let's get him. Get him, guys. Yeah. But yeah, I really like Chris Rock. I've told you that I think the first one, Roll with the New is a better special than this one. I think that might have just be with the fact that I've watched that a billion times.
I think when nostalgia starts to play an effect on it, that's kind of what takes.
Yeah, the salad tossing guy though, and that was probably my favorite clip. And that was also very gross and disgusting, and it was like my first like super gross. Like, oh my god, dude!
I mean, that might be one of his top 5 bits.
I don't want to toss a salad. I will read. I will learn to read. Yeah, they don't need prayer in schools. It's similar to the gun control bullet control, right? The absurd addition is instead of having prayer in schools, you have the fucking salad tossing man in schools from the Scared Straight HBO program. I wonder if he got extra money for that.
My dad always used to
say, mentioning the HBO program. Also, Veep is incredible.
My dad always used to say, like, to ladies, like, show me them groceries. He'd be like, show me them groceries.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know.
Her lady
but
bits?
it has to come from salad talk, like, right?
Oh.
I don't know.
Man,
But it always meant, like,
that's like Harry's eating your ass like groceries and shit.
your dad is eating booties, man.
Probably, yeah.
Is that what groceries means? Your ass?
I think groceries just means it all. Like,
I know you have a joke about eat my booty like groceries, right?
Well, the lady in the song says, "Eat my booty like groceries." So,
Okay. The lady.
so
Dude,
she
I like how
stole
you're
that.
calling her a lady.
She stole that
She's
shit straight from my dad. She did it from
your
my
dad should probably sue for publishing
Hell
rights.
yeah, dude.
He should get a couple percentage points.
I
off of it.
agree.
If
That's
he was
incredible.
here, he'd agree too.
He would. I love you, son. All right.
Can we do Fashionisto?
Yeah, I was gonna say we were wind down a little bit here, but Colton Drake has been chomping at the bit for. He wants to do Fashionisto. I gotta be honest, dude. It's 26 years old. It should be pretty shitty. So let's just see how bad it is. Colton Drake, talk to us about the fit and what's going
I want
on.
to hear this one.
This is Colton Drake, Fashionisto. We have
right.
a really high tech sound drop we got there.
Yeah. So it looks like Chris Rock is wearing, looks like a leather jacket.
Yeah.
It's got to be leather. It's not pleather, right? It's
I
shiny.
thought it was a hefty sack.
It's shiny. It's very shiny, right? The jacket, and he's wearing like
Shiny
leather
leather.
pants, which that's how you know his balls are sweaty
Dude,
as hell.
so
dude.
sweaty,
oh
dude.
my god! I'm surprised you don't see drops
Right.
coming out of the bottom of his pants, just
Well,
dripping.
was that an homage to Eddie? It might have been because Eddie's first special he wears a black,
Yeah, I think,
and then his second one he wears red.
No,
Yeah.
this is
Leather
the same
jumpsuit.
year The Matrix came out. I think he was trying.
Oh,
You
he's
put
being
sunglasses
Neo?
on him, yeah, and he can dodge a bullet. That's why he's talking about bullets, dude.
Bullet control.
It all connects, dude.
Like, don't try to bend the spoon.
Yeah, so he does kind of have a Matrix kind of look going, right?
Okay.
The hair
Dude,
looks,
yeah, black leather in that year. That was
Yeah.
the same year, I think.
yeah. School shootings too. They,
Good call, dude.
yeah,
Huge year for fucking black leather.
yeah. Should have bought some stock in black leather.
Absolutely. Andrew Dice Clay should have come out this year.
Okay, so those are the two things that I did want to say. The stage I think looks great,
Sure.
right? This is in New York.
Yeah.
at the
Stage.
famous Apollo.
At the
Famous
famous Apollo Theater in Harlem.
I don't know why those stairs. Like every time I see the stairs in the Apollo, like when they show them like walking down the stairs, I'm always like, oh man, dude.
It's so sick. It's
Yeah.
kind of an iconic, like the old school way they used to do it. If they didn't have the sketch thing, it's always like a dude walking through the back alleys of these old
Yeah.
theaters, and then
Something about those
Yeah.
those stairs almost make me nervous.
do you remember the Chappelle Show bit where that's the entire special?
Yeah.
Like he's filming a new special and it's like 2 minutes long, and it's just him like dapping people up, getting the water, like doing a little hand thing, and then like walking through all these stairs. He gets up on stage and he might have told like half of one joke, and then the credits start rolling.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Anyway, but that's essentially what it was. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So stage looks great. His fit is pretty wild because it's just so much. It's leather on leather.
It's leather
He's
on
really
leather,
into
baby.
that. He's really
Yeah.
into like keeping something uniform. I've noticed. Like even in his newest Netflix special, he's wearing white pants,
All the same.
white
Maybe he's
shirt,
colorblind,
white
dude.
jacket, just hella white.
Yeah.
It's going a different
That's
way.
what I should do. I'm colorblind. You know, I should always wear
Black
the
and
same
white.
color.
Yeah. So it's still kind of in that. It's still in uniform. I think just like full black leather. On the Prince Alb scale, since this is the time the Matrix came out and how I would look at it as a kid, right? Because I wanted to look like Neo as a kid. My dad bought me a leather
Fuck yeah,
jacket
dude.
so I could
Shit.
pretend.
Who wouldn't want to look like Neo? I want to look like Morpheus actually, but I always wanted to be Morpheus.
So I'm gonna give it.
motherfucker.
I'm gonna give it 8 Prince Albs.
Ooh, 8 Prince Alberts.
8.2 Prince Albs.
Damn.
Ding-ding-ding-ding-ding. I don't know how many that was. Doesn't matter. I thought you were gonna rip it up because it was so. I mean, it's so boxy too. It's like big and it's like huge. It was in the era of huge suits.
Yeah.
If he had sunglasses on, it'd be a 10.
Nice, dude.
Give
I
him
like
a
it.
10. Yeah.
Like,
Just
well,
for
he's
the
got
ma-
like lines.
Just
like
for the
a
Matrix
fucking-
fit.
Shit.
He's got the Gumby haircut. I thought I thought it was sort of an homage to Eddie Murphy. Also, that's the first time I remember. This is the first. Excuse me. Chris Rock is the first comedy special that I remember a for real at the end of the set mic drop, and he does it at every special. And I feel like
I think he invented it.
So I was looking it up. I was using one of your competitors' AI to look it up. I couldn't find anything for people have done it in like music shows. Like it's a lot more popular in like rap music shows, things like that. I forgot who it was. They said sort of were the first to. Eddie Murphy did it on accident once during a bit, and it went crazy, like in the middle of a show. But I don't think he did it at the end of his show. I couldn't find anything about it. This is the other one. I think he did it in a role with the new two. I'm not 100% sure about that, but he starts doing it every special now. He does that.
Yeah.
It's like his thing.
Cool.
Which is kind of sick because I don't ever remember hearing a mic drop moment ever mentioned growing up until after this kind of thing. It's almost like Eminem and having a stand. You know what I mean? Like having something named after something that you're iconic for. It's kind of sick, dude.
Yeah. Or like
So anyway,
the
that's
Lil
all
Wayne lighter in the beginning, like before every song, he has the lighter.
Wait, what?
Every time Lil Wayne's about to do a verse, there's a lighter.
There's a lighter noise.
Oh, they just have a lighter noise.
Yeah.
Huh. I thought when you said that, I thought you were talking about like people holding up lighters at concerts. I'm pretty sure that was before Lil Wayne. That shit's been around. Interesting. So wait, so you just hear the sound of a lighter and you know, oh, that's his music. He's going like an old wrestler style.
Even if he's doing a guest feature,
Interesting.
it'll come up.
Every song. So he's like, it's in his fucking thing. He's like, you can have me on your album, but you better get your lighters ready because
Well, seeing
I'm
as
not coming out without that shit.
I've read a couple.
Does he sell Zippo? Does he have his own lighter brand? He
Shit,
fucking
he
should.
should.
What's he doing?
It's a great idea.
I think from what I watch,
Yeah.
they send these things back and the files back and forth to each other. So he probably puts it. He probably
Right.
gets it,
Yeah, because at least one of
his
them's in jail
studio.
all the time. They can't be together.
and then they're like, "All right, I'm gonna drop my track," and then his engineer probably just puts it in there.
Puts
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That's his intro music. That's cool. I didn't know that. I never heard of that before.
I mean, nobody else does it.
That's
it's
cool.
Probably the
Next time you listen to Lil Wayne, you'll hear it. Now that we
so yeah, 15 years from now when I'm rocking Lil Wayne. I don't do a lot of Lil Wayne. I don't hate him, but now I'm sure I've heard of several verses. I mean, fuck, he's in a lot of stuff I've heard before.
Yeah.
So I'm just surprised that I didn't. Is it every verse or is it just the first verse he comes in?
I think the first verse
Just the first
verse,
or the beginning of a song,
Or the beginning
that
of his
he's in.
song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or right when it's about to be his turn. If he's like in a
Right.
song with other people, you'll hear the lighter.
That's fascinating. But anybody else? Anything else we want to talk about with Chris Rock with 1999? Any other horror bits? Any?
Nope.
I'm about ready to fucking play some NCAA 26, baby.
Man, I might have to go to
Excited.
the fucking house. And I already reserved it at GameStop. There's some shit. But somebody bought T-shirts off my website, so I do have money.
Oh yeah. Oh dude.
I watched this, and now I gotta admit, y'all are my friends, so I'll admit this. I've stolen lines out of this fucking special, man. Some of those lines,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, I turned that into a whole joke.
Oh really?
Just that line.
Interesting.
I know I've taken
So he was.
I don't want your kids to rob me in 5 years. Shit, there's another one.
So that guy that kicked you off his shows was right about you.
Yeah,
Joke thief.
I've watched it so many times. It's just
Yeah.
You hang out with your people in your
100%,
family, and it's
dude.
something that they say. Like my mom used to say,
100%.
"Nasty bitch." Like she'll go, "You nasty bitch," and
So
it's
now
just a part. It's just a part of my thing. So I
It's
say,
like part of your family crest now. You know what I mean?
it's like in my DNA.
Yeah.
This special. It's just
Yeah. Good enough for who it's for. That was my dad's. I always say that all the time. Good enough for who it's for. Fucking dumb.
so like.
I mean, it's great, but it's also dumb.
I mean, nobody will probably be like, "Oh, that's wrong,"
Sure.
but you kind of know your influences, and you.
So
sometimes you
Harry's
don't
next special is going to be called Blacker and Bigger, and it's just going to be him. He's going to wear a white leather suit,
Sick.
and he's just going to do all those jokes, but in reverse order.
Yep.
He's going to start with big piece of chicken, and then go back all the way to the school shooter shit at the front.
I did notice Chris Rock for a setup a lot of times. He's like, every time. He says every time a lot
Yeah.
in the setup.
He did that a lot in the initial. The N-words black people joke starts with that.
Yeah.
Every time
Yeah.
black people want to have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which you were right, and I was wrong because I thought that was in this.
Oh, you thought this was, yeah. Those two specials are actually, there's a lot of like overlap. There's a Tupac Biggie joke in the first one where he's talking about how they can't find the killer.
Yeah.
Like, Tupac got shot in Vegas, like
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
strip, not on no side plate, like on the
Yeah.
strip. Like, how did they not find him? But I forgot who they found. They found somebody Saddam Hussein in a
Yeah.
hole. Is that what it was? In a hole in the middle of the desert? No, that didn't happen yet, did it? Or did it?
Fuck, I
whatever
forget
it is. Shit,
who
I
it
don't know.
was. Yeah.
Whoever it is, like somebody who, if they want to find somebody, they can find somebody. They just don't give a
Yeah.
shit about. That's actually pretty political for him.
Yeah.
What an asshole, dude. But anyway, I haven't his more recent specials. I don't think he ever recaptured what he had. Right around this time was kind of his peak, I thought, as a comic.
And
But then he started doing all the other shit that everybody does once they make it, which I get, but also sucks because you're like, you probably had 3 more fucking killer albums that you could have done and then got into that shit.
But I also think
Dogma. He was in Dogma. I forgot about that.
Yeah. I also think
Played Jesus' brother.
by the time Don't Kill a Messenger comes out,
Yeah.
so much of comedy had changed
Yeah.
that it was like, fuck, how do you even do that then when
Sure.
everybody was so like, we don't care about your nuanced approach.
Sure.
Because we're gonna pick at it. So it's kind of.
And I think that I mean he might be a big part of he might be responsible for a lot of that, right? Because of how successful he was. A lot of people were sort of copying that, but they didn't really have the chops to do it.
Yeah, so it just became.
And so then being like, oh, you just talk about that shit, and then there was pushback. You know how it all
Yeah.
works. We all know. We know. Yeah. And then fucking Blair Witch 2 comes out, and you're like, what the fuck is it?
That was dog shit.
I thought Cloverfield was real.
Cloverfield.
They destroyed the Statue of Liberty.
Hell yeah, dude. It's a great way to end the fucking pod. You guys, if you want to follow Harry J. Riley, you can do so at That Harry Riley.
That Harry J. Riley.
That Harry J. Riley on Instagram, on Twitch, on everything.
Yeah, on everything.
You want to follow Colton Drake, you can do that at Colton Drake Comedy on Instagram. You want to follow me, I'm Jaybird Comedy on Instagram. Harry, it was great to have you, man. It was awesome talking. What we talked with Steph Tolev.
Yep.
We talked religion. We talked fear.
Yep.
We talked a lot of comedy. We did a couple great specials. And as always, it's always a good time talking to you, my friend. Thanks for coming in, and we'll have you again sometime. You know what I mean?
Get out there and toss salad.
Yeah. That's your closer. I like it.
Show them them groceries.
Yeah. I hope you said it like that too, in like a little sneaky little. Show them groceries.
I'm not sure who we're listening to next week because we don't know when we're putting this thing out. But check your local listings, as we like
Millie
to say.
Bobby Brown's putting out a special.
There you go,
should
Millie
check
Bobby.
that
It's
out.
probably that. Probably Millie Bobby Brown.
Wow.
And yeah. So until then, stay funny, my friends, and
Bye-bye.
Flick the beans.